Hello everyone, this is Eddie, and today we'll be covering is relayed can affect your network or your mining. So the answer is pretty straight. Hotspot's connection is being relayed through another hotspot on the network, which may affect mining. And I have seen a lot of cases where it does affect it. Is it easy to fix? With this video, we'll show you exactly step by step how to fix it. If I fixed relayed the first time I set up my hotspot, can it reoccur again? The answer is yes and no, because the relay occurs once the connection between the hotspot and the helium, the hotspot and the router are not synced. So once you fix it the first time and for some reason they stopped syncing for any reason, so if you disconnected your helium, if you reset your router, if you get electricity cut off, whatever it is that stops them syncing from each other, that might cause to be the relayed again. So yes, after an incident like this, you need to check on your router. How can I know if my hotspot is relayed or not? Very simple. Just open your app. If you don't have access to your app, you can always go to Helium Explorer and go to your location. If you see relayed in your app or in Helium Explorer shown, that means you have relayed. If it's not there, then you don't have a problem. How can I fix my relayed? Well, in this video we'll show you exactly simple and straightforward. You just have to look at the details and look into your router, because the problem with the relayed, it has nothing to do with the helium hotspot. It is in your router. So each routers, each countries, each company have its own settings set up, but you have to look for the just keywords and fix them. Very simple, very straightforward, and I'll be showing and guide you through this video. So first step, we need to access the router, your wireless internet, to gain IP address. So to gain the IP address, all you have to do, and I'm going to make this video like this simple because you could be on Windows, you could be on Mac, you could be on anything. This is your wireless internet. So all you have to do is click on it, as long as it's connected to your internet. So that's mine, Eddie. You can open network preference. In your case, it could be settings, it can be anything. So this is my Wi-Fi. Again, don't look and okay, this doesn't look like mine, this whatever. Look at the keywords. So what we're looking for is something called TCP/IP. That's our target. So in this case, it could be setting, it could be advanced, it could be anything. Different names, different thing, but we're looking for one thing, which is TCP/IP. Once you find this, this is what you're looking for. So I click on it, and the only digits we're looking for is for the IP address of the router. So this is our router, the internet provider that we have at home. So all you're going to do is copy and paste it in your internet browser. So I did, and it showed up. I'm going to hide it because it's showing my IP addresses and all the passwords. So I'm going to go to Canva. Before going there, if you open your router, it might ask you for password or password and a username. So for your own knowledge, if you have not set up or changed that at all, these are the common factory usernames and passwords. So just use these, try the first one, try the second one, third one, or the fourth one. They should work. So now you got your password and username and you got access. What are you looking for? So because your router is connected to your hotspot, you should find them anywhere. Something called manage my devices, device list, anything that mentions devices. So you're going to do that and click on the helium. Till you find the helium, then that's the thing you're going to do. So what are you going to do? Because helium has a different IP address connected to your router. So if you have Amazon, it's a different, each one of them has a different IP address. So that's what we're looking for, the helium and the hotspot number, the IP address. So we need to copy this to begin with. Now, helium requires that it should be in a static mode, not dynamic. So in this case, you look for IP address. Once you click on this, I'm sure it's going to look different router. So, but look at the same concept. You just look in the devices, connected devices, managed devices. They're all the same. Once you find it, you copy this IP address, and we'll use it later. Then, what you need to do is change it from dynamic to reserved. If it's not reserved, it's called static. Anything that's not dynamic, choose the other one. There are only two. After that, you go here and save the settings. So the next step will be looking for port forwarding. You could find it in different places. So some routers have them in advanced view, some routers have them in different places. So all you have to do is look for port forwarding. So all we're going to do is look for port forwarding. So it could be in advanced view, it could be in network settings, it could be anywhere. But all you have to do is look for port forwarding. So now let's go back here, and we reach this point. Now here it says create rule. In your side it might say add, but they're the same concept, add or create. So I'll do create. I'm going to do helium. I'm going to do 44158, 44158. Choose TCP for protocol. Select device. You're going to find the device that says helium hotspot. And for the IP address, you're going to do the IP address that we found for helium. Once you're done here, you're going to click on save, and you're set. So this is pretty easy to follow. If you follow the keywords that I was mentioning, you should be fine. Don't complicate stuff. If you have something weird and you don't understand this and things don't match, then maybe you should consult with someone professional, but I think this should solve all your problems. Again, this is not a technical or financial or whatever advice. This is just an education for educational purposes. I believe this is very simple and straightforward, and I congratulate you from converting from being relayed to being relay free. I'm very confident that anybody can do it. It's very simple, very straightforward. I did not put the technicalities and all that stuff because that's not the purpose. The purpose is we get the relay off the helium hotspot.